It was a cold, stormy evening. The streetlights flickered as the rain poured relentlessly. Under a giant oak tree, Ethan stood, his hands clenched into fists. Across from him, Emily hugged herself, shivering not from the cold, but from the weight of what she was about to say. "Why did you call me here?" Ethan asked, his voice sharp yet cautious. Emily hesitated. "I needed to see you. This might be our last conversation." His breath hitched. "Last? Why? What's going on?" She met his gaze, her eyes heavy with emotion. "Ethan, I'm done. I can't do this anymore." The rain intensified, but Ethan barely noticed. "You're leaving, just like that? After everything?" His voice cracked, frustration seeping through. Emily shook her head. "It's not just like that. You know it's been coming. You've made promises, so many promises, but nothing ever changes." Ethan exhaled sharply, running a hand through his wet hair. "I've tried, I really have, but you never listen." She flinched at his words. "I listened when you swore things would be different. I listened when you said you'd put us first. And then, time after time, you proved me wrong." Ethan stepped closer, his voice dropping. "What do you want me to say? That I regret everything, that I hate myself for how things turned out?" He let out a bitter chuckle. "Because I do." Emily bit her lip, her hands trembling. "Ethan, ... It's not just about us. It's about him, our son. Do you even think about what this is doing to him?" His jaw tightened. "I love my son. You know that. Love isn't enough." Her voice wavered. "You were never there. And when you were, it was like you weren't." Silence stretched between them, heavy and suffocating. "So this is it?" Ethan finally asked. "You've already made up your mind?" Emily nodded. "I have. The papers are ready. All I need is your signature." Ethan laughed bitterly. "Is there any guarantee another man won't hurt you? Won't hurt him?" Emily's expression hardened. "That's not your concern anymore." He took a shaky breath, his voice barely above a whisper. "And all the good times, do they mean nothing to you?" "They're memories, Ethan." A flash of lightning illuminated the sky as the wind howled around them. Emily took a step back. "Goodbye, Ethan." She turned and walked away, her silhouette fading into the storm. Ethan stood frozen, watching her disappear. The bouquet in his hands wilted, petals falling like broken promises. For the first time in his life, he understood love doesn't always win, and sometimes regret is the only thing left to hold on to.